The Financial Times said on Friday that Chinese customs officials have stopped shipments of the recently permitted AI processors from entering China, causing suppliers of parts for Nvidia's H200 to halt production. The report, which cited two people with knowledge of the situation, was not immediately verifiable by Reuters. A request for comment outside of regular business hours was not immediately answered by Nvidia. According to report, Nvidia had anticipated over 1 million orders from Chinese customers, and its suppliers had been working non-stop to get ready for shipment as early as March. According to Reuters, Chinese customs officials informed customs officers this week that Nvidia's H200 chips are not allowed to enter the nation. Additionally, according to sources, government representatives called in domestic tech companies to caution them against purchasing the chips unless absolutely required. Due to the delicate nature of the issue, the sources, who spoke on condition of anonymity, claimed that officials had not given any justification for their orders or any indication as to whether this was a temporary or official restriction. One of the main sources of contention in the current U.S.-Sino relationship is the H200, Nvidia's second most potent AI processor. Despite the high demand from Chinese corporations, it is still unclear if Beijing intends to completely ban it to allow domestic semiconductor makers to thrive, is still considering limits, or may use those steps as leverage in negotiations with Washington. Strong earnings from important supplier TSMC bolstered confidence in the ongoing need for cutting-edge AI chips, and Nvidia's shares increased slightly on Friday, building on gains from the previous session. After rising 2.1% on Thursday, Nvidia shares increased 0.4% to $187.25 bonds in early trading. The latest action follows several months of mostly sideways trade as investors weigh worries about competition and geopolitical restrictions against indications of strong end demand. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, the largest contract chip maker in the world and Nvidia's main manufacturing partner, released a solid quarterly report that gave the company its most recent lift. According to TSMC, net income increased 35% over the October-December period, compared to the same period last year, indicating its ninth straight quarter of year-over-year profit growth. The quarter's revenue increased by 20.5% and for the first time surpassed $1 trillion, demonstrating the magnitude of the demand for cutting-edge semiconductors linked to high-performance computing, artificial intelligence, and data center expansion worldwide. TSMC stated that it anticipates spending between $52 billion and $56 billion on capital expenditures this year. The business also stated that between 10% and 20% of that expenditure would go toward better packaging technology, which has become a crucial bottleneck in the delivery of full AI systems. Customers like Nvidia, whose most sophisticated accelerators rely on intricate packaging to combine numerous chips and memory components into a single system, may find that investment especially pertinent. The industry environment has been encouraging, but Nvidia's stock has had trouble regaining a steady upward trend. Over the last 3 months, shares have mostly moved sideways, which is indicative of investor apprehension that the business may see increased competition in the market for AI accelerators. The possibility of losing market share to Google's in-house tensor processing units, which are intended to lessen need on other vendors for certain AI workloads, has been a major concern. The development of advanced micro-devices' next-generation chips, which have been popular with hyperscalers looking to diversify their suppliers, is another development that investors are keeping an eye on. Even while Nvidia has continued to announce new technologies, partnerships, and great order visibility, those competitive dynamics have affected the company's valuation in recent months. Some analysts are still very optimistic. Jefferies kept its buy recommendation on Nvidia, but increased its price target from $250 to $275. The company stated that it still expects material beats and raises, with estimates moving higher over the next several quarters, even if it expects Nvidia's estimate adjustments to be less significant than Broadcom's. Based on what it called cautious projections for demand related to OpenAI and Meta, Jefferies continues to rank Broadcom as its top selection in the industry, projecting calendar year 2028 earnings per share above $19 and indicating potential above $25 per share. Nevertheless, the company's increased goal for Nvidia shows that it is confident the business will continue to gain from increasing its investment in AI infrastructure. The China bottleneck is still a major obstacle. For Nvidia, Access to processors and geopolitics continue to be significant uncertainties. Leading Chinese AI researchers are taking a more cautious stance after a year of headlines showcasing China's explosive advancements in the field. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. A Wall Street Journal report claims that a number of eminent Chinese researchers have come to the conclusion that a continuous bottleneck in advanced semiconductors will hinder China's ability to catch up to the US in the near future. At a seminar in Beijing last weekend, Tang Jie, the founder of Chinese AI firm Zhipu, stated that the gap might be growing. According to Tang, it's possible that the disparity is actually growing. Even while we're making progress in some areas, we still need to recognize the difficulties and inequalities we encounter. According to the source, in order to obtain access to Nvidia's future Rubin processors, Chinese enterprises have started talking about renting computer power at data centers in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. This comes after comparable attempts were made last year to gain access to Nvidia's Blackwell series chips via third world nations. Although such agreements are generally seen as lawful, they are inconvenient and frequently result in Chinese developers having fewer chips and paying more than their well-funded American rivals. When two of the biggest economies in the world are acting so flagrantly inconsistent with their respective policies, it certainly does not bode well for the global order. In terms of policy changes, it seems that the United States and China are vying with one another, whether in the tech industry or on the geopolitical front. Additionally, Nvidia is currently the focal point of technology. The Santa Clara, California-based business is now more than just a chip maker. It has become an important part of the two economic giants' diplomacy. Why? Its chips are the most potent in the world, and they continue to be the most important component of the global AI development. China is attempting to develop its own chip business in order to lessen reliance on a U.S. corporation such as Nvidia, because they are aware of this. Overall, the chips produced in the second-largest economy in the world still lag well behind Nvidia's processors, even the previous generations, despite their relative success. Is it better to restrict or not? In order to prevent Chinese access to cutting-edge American technology, the United States placed export limits on Nvidia's H200 processors under the AI diffusion rule, which was put into effect earlier last year. Then, in the middle of 2025, Nvidia said that it had stopped selling AI chips to China, which used to bring in over $20 billion a year for the business. Indeed, CEO Jensen Huang stated in October 2025 that, at this time, we are 100% out of China. He also mentioned that the company's market share had dropped from 95% to 0%. Then, in December 2025, President Donald Trump announced that Nvidia will be allowed to sell H200 chips to China, subject to a 25% fee or surcharge on the sales revenues and security procedures. Though pessimism persisted, Nvidia's stock responded favorably. And for good reason. Within a month, Nvidia had to adhere to even more regulations in order to sell its H200 chips to China. A couple of days ago, the U.S. The Bureau of Industry and Security has released license guidelines for exporting sophisticated processors like the H200 to China. The hardware supplied must not be detrimental to U.S. interests. Exports must only be permitted on a case-by-case basis under stringent licensing regulations, and shipments from China cannot account for more than 50% of domestic sales of the same parts in the United States. The 25% surcharge norm was to be maintained in the meantime. According to reports, Beijing has been apprehensive about importing the H200 chips because it is unwilling to back down and may be reaffirming its belief in its own semiconductor capabilities. What does this signify? More limitations, indeed. According to reports, the Chinese government is working on regulations governing the number of Nvidia H200 chips that can be imported into the nation. They are also reportedly working on clauses that would allow corporations to import these chips. Jensen Huang has made what may be the most conclusive remarks regarding a statistic that will actually determine if China will let the import of H200 chips in the midst of all this uncertainty: purchase orders. And I believe that should be the case. The corporation shouldn't consider the Chinese market to be active and resume reporting sales from there until it receives actual purchase orders. China uncertainties are disregarded as financials and fundamentals continue to progress. Despite not disclosing any AI chip sales from China since the middle of last year, Nvidia's growth story has been unaffected by all of this, as its financials have continued to exceed Wall Street estimates. Even while the company's revenue and earnings have exploded over the last 10 years at TAGRs of 44.06% and 66.66%, respectively, the most recent quarterly figures for Q3 2025 highlight how strong the momentum is for the Jensen Huang-led business. In Q3 2025, Nvidia produced another impressive quarter, surpassing revenue and earnings projections and announcing year-over-year YoY growth rates over 50% for each. Compared to the same quarter last year, revenue for the period increased by 62% to $57.1 billion. Compared to the consensus call of $1.26, earnings per share increased by 60% to $1.30. The primary growth driver, the data center industry, grew 66% to $51.2 billion. Additionally, cash flow performance remained strong. Free cash flow increased 65% to $22.1 billion, while operating cash flow increased to $23.8 billion from $17.6 billion in the previous year. With $60.6 billion in cash at the end of the quarter, short-term debt of less than $1 billion, and long-term debt of $7.5 billion, the company's cash balance was more than 8 times its long-term debt amount. Revenue for the December quarter is expected to be around $65 billion, indicating 65.4% YoY growth. Overall, the basic argument for investing in Nvidia is still valid because the $4.45 trillion market cap company's stock has increased by 40% in the last year, indicating that the headwinds from China have had little effect. With over 90% of the GPU market, Nvidia's dominance is based on the entire ecosystem, which includes CUDA software and NVLink, its linking architecture for GPUs, rather than just its Blackwell or soon-to-be commercially deployed Rubin chips. Their extensive skill set makes them the go-to partner for a variety of customers, including top automakers and massive data center operators. Finally, the quick development of autonomous AI projects helps to further reduce Nvidia's exposure to China-related concerns. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have become some of the company's most important clients, investing well over $100 billion over a number of years. These are long-term strategic initiatives linked to national digital infrastructure and economic diversification objectives rather than short-term tactical investments. The demand profile becomes more stable, which is uncommon in the industry, as governments from all over the world start to use Nvidia's technology as the cornerstone of their AI goals. A significant buffer against the cyclical volatility that frequently impacts technology companies, especially those with concentrated geographic or customer exposure, is offered by this long-lasting government-backed backlog. Analysts have therefore assigned the Nvidia stock a strong buy rating with a mean target price of $255.07. This indicates a possible increase of roughly 36% from present levels. Of the 49 analysts who cover the stock, 43 have rated it as a strong buy, 3 as a moderate buy, 2 as a hold, and 1 as a strong sell. For investors in Nvidia stock, last year was a little unsettling. The stock fell 37% from an all-time high in early 2025, following a scorching run that lasted more than 2 years before rising to new heights. Last year, the chipmaker had a great deal of volatility due to the continued fight against inflation, worries about the effects of tariffs on the economy, and uncertainties about the future of artificial intelligence, AI. Since its graphics processing units, GPUs, have emerged as the industry standard for AI processing, Nvidia has seen a 977% increase in value over the last 3 years as of this video. However, the stock is taking a well-earned break after its unrelenting run and is approximately 12% off its top achieved in early November. For Nvidia, a new year means new possibilities, and the stock might be laying the groundwork for the company's next phase of growth. Last week, CEO Jensen Huang made a statement at an annual trade show that sets the stage for 2026 and may have major ramifications for investors in Nvidia stock. Industry observers were taken aback when it was revealed that the company's next-generation chip was already leaving the assembly line, extending Nvidia's already significant lead. In the second half of 2026, the corporation had previously stated that Rubin will attain full production. For Nvidia investors, this may not seem like a huge concern, but it has important ramifications. The looming threat of rivalry. A continuous and ongoing shortage of chips with the computational capability required for AI processing has resulted from the increased adoption of AI. Due to the prolonged shortage of Nvidia's cutting-edge chips, consumers are now forced to look for workable substitutes. The possibility of increasing competition, especially from wealthy tech firms, many of whom are already creating competing CPUs, is also one of Nvidia's biggest threats. The most well-known rival of Nvidia is Advanced Micro Devices, which made waves with its MI350X data center GPU. The MI440 series, which will start selling early this year, was just announced by the business. When it comes to application-specific integrated circuits, ASICs, which may be tailored to carry out particular jobs more effectively, Broadcom is the industry leader. As a more energy-efficient substitute for Nvidia's GPUs, the firm has been gaining traction. For over 10 years, Alphabet has been creating its own proprietary tensor processing units, TPUs, for internal use. This week, the company attracted attention because to rumors that it would lease its chips to Meta platforms, a first for the business. Late last year saw the release of the latest version of Amazon's Trainium processor, which the company says delivers 30% to 40% less AI training expenses than its GPU-based rivals. You understand the concept, but there are more potential competitors. What does this mean for investors in Nvidia? Nvidia has maintained its lead in the AI chip industry despite intense rivalry by delivering its best-in-class chips well ahead of its competitors. That benefit is further enhanced by the news that Vera Rubin chips are now being produced in full. Additionally, Nvidia has a good picture of its future sales. Huang said late last year that the corporation had more than $500 billion in backlog, which will be cleared over the course of the 6 quarters ending in early 2027. Since then, Nvidia has recorded $57 billion in revenue, with an estimated $65 billion for its upcoming 4th quarter. That implies that revenues might reach $378 billion the next year, a 155% increase. That could even be conservative. CFO Colette Kress stated at an investor presentation last week that demand has only grown since Nvidia released its $500 billion forecast, and that the company would definitely exceed its prior projections. Given its dominant position in the industry, unwavering innovation, and expanding backlog, Nvidia appears to have a long road ahead of it. Additionally, I would contend that the stock is a deal at only 24 times the anticipated sales for next year. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.